for my legacy. I'm in this to complete the job I started.
A closely watched news conference from President Biden as he took questions following last month's shaky debate performance. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Devin Bartolotta. Sharice is off tonight. The president is facing the task of convincing voters and critics that he can beat Donald Trump in November. Skylar Henry has more from the White House.
President Biden held his first news conference since last month's debate set off a firestorm over his fitness for a second term in the White House.
So there's a long way to go in this campaign. And so I'm just going to keep moving.
After brief remarks, the president took questions from reporters, including CBS News chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes.
Have you spent time thinking about what it would mean for your legacy, which you've worked decades to build, if you stay in the race, despite the concerns that voters say they have, and you lose to someone who you yourself have argued is unfit to return to the Oval Office?
I'm not in this for my legacy. I'm in this to complete the job I started.
Biden was asked about moves to cut the length of his workday in the debate's aftermath.
And if you look at my schedule since I made that stupid mistake in the campaign, in the debate, I mean, my schedule has been full bore. I've done, where's Trump been? Riding around in his golf cart, filling out his scorecard before he hits the ball?
Thursday's high-stakes event marks the end of NATO's Washington summit and his first solo news conference in close to 8 months. At a NATO event earlier today, President Biden verbally stumbled when introducing Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, but he corrected himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway.
Behind the scenes, senior campaign advisors met with Senate Democrats, trying to assure them the president can win in November. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
In the past, there's only been one other incumbent president to step aside. In 1968, Lyndon B. Johnson announced that he was pulling out of that year's election. His vice president, Hubert Humphrey, then became the nominee. He ultimately lost to Richard Nixon. It's still unclear what exactly led to Johnson's decision, but his health and struggles over the Vietnam War are thought to have played a large part.